Will everyone please stop buying the dip so that I can buy the dip? Whenever I have this thought, I realize that the rally might be getting a little carried away. Whenever my stock or the market as a whole pulls back just a little bit and there are limitless buyers buying up that dip, that's a sign that the market might be getting a little frothy, that people are getting too excited about the market going higher and therefore aren't willing to manage risk by letting a market sell off a little bit. New investors might think that a market sell-off or a correction is actually a bad thing, but in reality, it's just a healthy part of the market. There's an adage that trees can't keep growing into the sky. In other words, there's a point where a stock or a market has to pause and take a breather and consolidate before it can make new highs. Whenever a stock keeps rallying higher, that's called a parabolic move. And the problem is when it sells off, there are no support levels established. In other words, it could easily sell off the entire move or even more. However, whenever I'm watching a stock or the market just take off and I realize I don't have enough exposure, I do want to buy the dip. But how do I protect my risk to the possible downside? What if the sell-off is more dramatic than it appears? The way I manage risk when I increase my price target is to reduce the quantity. In other words, I reduce the amount that I buy. By cutting back on the quantity, I'm managing my risk. Yes, I'm buying at a higher price point, but I'm doing so with less money. That will leave that capital on the sidelines in case I'm wrong and it sells off even more. However, if this is just a slight pullback before new higher highs, by putting at least some money to work, I have some exposure to that investment or the market in my portfolio. There's nothing wrong with buying the dip. You just need to make sure risk management is always your top priority.